Friends, we just saw how to do cube roots very fast. Next, we will see how to do square roots very fast. When I multiply 2 by 2, I get 4. 4 is the square, 2 is the square root. When I multiply 8 by 8, I get 64. 64 is the square, 8 is the square root. Next, let us see how to find square roots of complicated numbers very fast. So, like we did in cube roots, in square roots also, first we will take numbers from 1 to 10 and we will write the square of each number below it. So, square of 1 is 1, 2 is 4, 3 is 9, 4 is 16, 5 is 25, 6 is 36, 7 is 49, 8 is 64, 9 is 81 and 10 is 100. So we have taken numbers from 1 to 10 and we have written the square of each number below it. So like we observed in cube roots, again we are going to observe certain relationship between the digits. Let us see what is the relationship between the digits. We observe, friends, that if the square ends in 1, the square root ends in 1, or if the square ends in 1, square root ends in 9. 1 is equal to 1 or 9. If the square ends in 4, square root ends in 2, or if the square ends in 4, square root ends in 8. So if the square ends in 4 equals 2 or 8. If the square ends in 9, square root will end in 3, or if the square ends in 9, square root will end in 7. 9 equals 3 or 7. Square ends in 6, square root will end in 4, or if the square ends in 6, square root will end in 6. 6 equals 4 or 6. If the square ends in 5, square root will end in 5. And if square ends in 0, the square root will end in 0. 5 equals 5, 0 equals 0. Let us revise once again. For 1, it is 1 or 9. For 1, it is 1 or 1 can be 9. 4 is 2 or 8. Let us check. 4 is 2, 4 is 8. 9 is 3 or 7. 9 is 3, 9 is 7. 6 is 4 or 6. 6 is 4, 6 is 6. 5 is 5, 0 is 0. 5 is 5, 0 is 0. An easy way to remember this entire key is to note that both these numbers always total up to 10. 1 plus 9 is 10, 2 plus 8 is 10, 3 plus 7 is 10, 4 plus 6 is 10. These are single numbers. So friends, on the basis of observing the last digit of the square, we can find the last digit of the square root. Square ends in 1, root will end in 1 or 9. Square ends in 9, root will end in 3 or 7. Next, let us see a few examples where this technique can be used. Friends, what I have done here is, I have taken numbers in the multiples of 10, like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and I have written the squares of each number below that. Square of 10 is 100, 20, 400, 30, 900, 40, 1600, like that. 100 will be 10,000. We already saw the previous key, we have just added zeros to it. If the square of 4 is 16, then 40 will be 1600. If the square of 5 is 25, then 50 will be 2500. If the square of 6 is 36, then 60 will be 3600. You need not copy or memorize this key. This is just for reference. Suppose friends, I want to find the square root of the number 3721. Now I know that this number lies between 3600 and 4900. 3721 is bigger than 3600 and 3721 is between 4900. That means friends, our answer will be between 60 and 70. That much is confirmed. We also know that the number ends in 1, and we just saw in the key that if the number ends in 1, the square root ends in 1 or 9. That means the answer of this is also between 1 and 9. So what do we observe? First, we know that our answer is between 60 and 70. That means our possibilities are 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. So our possibilities are 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. These are our possibilities if it is between 60 and 70. But the second step says that if the number ends in 1, then the square root will end in 1 or 9. Let us check which of these numbers end with 1 or 9. Only two numbers. Either our answer is 61 or our answer is 69. You need not write all these numbers. They are just because I am explaining it to you for the first time. So either our answer is 61 or our answer is 69. Next, you must find out which amongst these two is the correct answer. How do you do that? Ask yourself, is this number 3721 closer to the smaller number 3600 or bigger number 4900? If 3721 is closer to the smaller number, we will take smaller as the answer. And if 3721 is closer to the bigger number, we will take bigger as the answer. In this case, friends, we see 3721 is closer to 3600, the smaller number. That means out of these two, the smaller number 61 is our answer. Had it been closer to the bigger number, we would have taken 69 as the answer. So here, friends, we know the square root of 3721 is 61. Next, friends, let us find the square root of the number 9801. We know, friends, that 9801 is bigger than 8100 and smaller than 10,000. That means our answer is between 90 and 100. So we go ahead and check all the numbers between 90 and 100. Now, because the number ends in 1, as we have seen, the square root will end in 1 or 9. Now we know that the answer is between 90 and 100, and also we know that it ends in 1 or 9. Between 90 and 100, we have numbers like 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. Again, we are interested in only those numbers ending in 1 or 9. So our possibilities are either 91 or 99. Let us see which out of these two is our correct answer. Ask yourself, is 9801 closer to the smaller number or the bigger number? If it is closer to the smaller number, we take smaller as the answer. If it is closer to the bigger number, 10,000, we take bigger number as the answer. In this case, friends, we see 9801 is closer to the bigger number 10,000. That means out of 91 and 99, the bigger number 99 is our answer. So 99 is the square root of 9801. Friends, let us find the square root of the number 3364. Now, we know that 3364 is between 2500 and 3600. That means our answer will be between 50 and 60. We also know that 3364 ends with 4, and we know when the square ends in 4, the square root ends in 2 or 8. So our answer is between 50 and 60 and ending with 2 or 8. Let us check numbers between 50 and 60 ending in 2 or 8. We know there are only two possibilities. Either our answer can be 52 or our answer can be 58. Let us check out of these two which is our correct answer. Ask yourself, is 3364 closer to the smaller number 2500 or bigger number 3600? We see that 3364 is closer to the bigger number 3600. So out of these two numbers, 58 is the square root of 3364.